There was one night when I was in the house and I was drinking this flat. I mean, you could ask for drinks, you could ask for whatever you wanted. So I was like, I need like a gallon of Tanqueray and some 7-Up and some orange juice. And we had these nice vases on the tables for decoration. I'm filling them with Tanqueray and I'm walking around the room and I'm drinking the Sprite. And the next thing you know, it's 3 a.m. and I've been up dancing and telling jokes and people are like, whoa, like, where have you been for the last 4 days? And I was like, okay, that's it. Tanqueray all day, every day.
I thought they did you so dirty on your exit from Daisy Love with being left in the parking lot. Fucking brutal. And I'm quite certain that was not a decision that Daisy came to. I'm sure that was a producer thing, but let's get into that for a second.
Yeah, in hindsight, when you think about it, brutal.
Shitty
just
too. Like why?
Yeah.
Like it was clearly designed to make you look stupid and to humiliate you, and it was totally, totally unnecessary. And I just feel like the producers do that every so often. Like I feel like we give them so much good like content and all kinds of like great drama, and they just like don't need to take it there. And they've done some of that shit to me. They've done it to some of the others, and that was like yours. Of having to deal with that, of like the shit that the producers do to you. So, I mean, that could not have been fun to watch back either, I'm sure.
Well, remember, I come on this show wanting to connect with Daisy, and if it's really fireworks, I'm leaving with Daisy, right? But if it's just what I figured it would be, then I am on this show to make crazy exit that people are going to remember and say, this guy is the next guy in line. Just like you girls were thinking, with who was going to get the show for the girls. Because I remember Mark and Chris Abregu always talking about, we need a girl or we need another guy. So you knew like you're one of 15, one of 10 people, you got to do something big. So my vision of the whole show was the exit. So I think that they made it like hurt more, because they wanted it to hurt for me, because they told me before the exit, Dave, you got to make the finals. Believe it or not, after the dinner I had with Daisy the night before, they pulled me aside and said, what the F was that? They were like, what was that? I don't know. I just like kind of froze. The other two were taking the conversations and making her laugh. I was just like, I don't know. Like, I'm just kind of here. And, I was actually like literally hungover midday. It was a long flight, long day. And they were like, what was that? So the next morning when I got eliminated, I was already like, I need to put the fireworks on. Like, this is my moment. Now I see people now saying, oh man, he got left in the tarmac. They did me a little dirty with the editing, though, where I'm sitting there going, I can't believe this. I had this whole speech, I can't believe she left me. The girls don't love me. And they bleep me out. And I'm just going, the jeans like flying away. Oh, yeah, it was brutal. My dad was cracking up. And I was like, thanks, Dad.
Well, yeah. So that was actually the next question I was going to ask you, because I heard rumors that you were supposed to get your own show, too. I know there was about 10 of us that were supposed to until that fucking asshole, I wouldn't even call him an asshole, fucking monster. Ryan killed his wife and just fucked everything up for everybody. But you were supposed to get your own show as well. Did they have like a title picked out yet? Or did you have any details yet? Or were you not there yet? Or tell us about that.
I got the call right after the tarmac scene. I got the call from Chris Abregu. And he says, man, you nailed it. I heard you were crying. I mean, you really killed it. We're definitely going to do the I Love Dave or I Love 12-pack show. You did it. You got your show. And I was like, man, it was just surreal. Yeah. Even though as much as it sucked going to Hawaii for a day and a half, my whole plane ride home is like, I did it. Like that sense of accomplishment where you're like, I've accomplished, a month goes by, 2, 3, and you're like, okay, like when am I starting filming? And then you're like, wait a minute, that was one convo. Like we didn't sign contracts. So I was like getting a little worried, but then sure enough, 4 months later, here's the call. And it was a executive producer. And he's like, okay, we're going to write the show. We just want to make sure you're going to be on board if we do. And I was like, yeah, of course. That's what I'm here for. And they're like, great. And then I never heard from them again, ever, about it until I reached out to them saying, hey guys, it's been 3 years. I can't even get a job. Can you at least say I worked for VH1 for 51 Minds for a few years? And they're like, yeah, don't worry, we'll cover you there. I'm like, oh, by the way, yeah, they don't like, see me in my Speedo when I go to interview at finance positions, unfortunately.
One of my favorite episodes was with you and the skunk. That was hilarious. That was just amazing because there's no way the producers could have set that up. It's not like they have like a pet skunk or something. I mean, how did the skunk get into the house again? You refresh my memory.
Yeah. Like, so that again is one of those moments like, okay, that's going to be like Talk Soup Clip of the Week, which it actually was. It was Talk Soup Clip of the Week. So I have that under my belt. But in terms of the skunk, we were just drinking, having a good time in the house. And it's, like those houses in LA, they were wide open in the back and things, and the property's large. And literally it's just like, whoa, like there's a skunk in here. And all of a sudden it just runs by and we're like, oh shoot, I'm in my underwear. We were in the jacuzzi in our underwear. And now we're in the house, like just dropped off, and the skunk runs in. So here we are. I'm chasing it with a chair, and I block it in the corner. I get sprayed, and yes, it really sprayed me. And it's not like a mist that smells like a skunk when you're walking a mile away from it. It's like,
it's fucking
I can't
brutal.
Physically breathe. You can't physically even get a breath in. It's crazy.
I have actually, my dogs got sprayed by a skunk before, and I had to run in the middle as it was happening and rescue the skunk from my dogs. And so I got nailed, and it was so fucking brutal. It's right. It's not just like a bad smell. Like you can't fucking breathe. And what was so funny is I had to go to PetSmart to go get like pet shampoo to get the skunk smell off. They have like a special kind of thing for dogs with the skunks. And I walk into PetSmart and everybody was like, what is that smell? And they turn around and they look at me and they couldn't even like hide it. They're just like, oh my God.
They can't show the puking on TV, but if you watch like the behind the scenes, the clips, they show the heaving of everyone in the room. I mean, I'm talking everyone. I'm amazed the camera guys weren't puking at that point. It was the worst thing ever. But that's one of those moments, again, you're in the shower, like cleaning off, and you just think to yourself, whoa, like this is on TV and I'm in my underwear and I trapped a skunk. I got sprayed. I covered myself in tomato juice and I puked like 20 times in the garbage, and then everyone in the room puked. Like, what is going on?
That was amazing. That was like reality gold, and you could not have planned that.
We got lucky a few times.
It was amazing. It was amazing.